Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and
Weatherman. Sunday, Brad.
he jumped the gun again.
I did.
He's so overeager.
I can't help it.
I know, he's just so excited.
I are.
It's August 21st.
2016.
Sunday.
Sunday.
See what I put up with? It's 11:39 a.m. And now, Brad, what is the weather like on this?
Sunday.
Okay.
The weather in PANACEA, Florida is 87 degrees. Projected high today of 91. Real feel 107. They're projecting a low of 77 degrees. And there is a possibility of rain this afternoon. And also rain on Monday and Tuesday, which would be really nice. Because when we were out having our morning coffee and letting the dogs out, we noticed that one of the plants that sprouted up in the pots was starting to droop a little bit, and I forgot that I gotta water those when it doesn't rain.
Normally you don't have to water anything here, we've noticed, but it's a fern type plant that we did not plant, but it closes up at night, so I don't think the little bugger's gonna make it because it's looking bad. Anyway,
I poured a lot of rainwater in.
Yeah, he did. He collects rainwater, and then we use that to water the plants. Yesterday I did end up, I did sit and relist and kind of redo my entire Etsy shop, and like I said, the link is always below. So I put like all the painting together, all the hats together, the shawls, the scarves, booties, baby hats, all that kind of stuff, so it's much easier to navigate, and like all of Brad's jewelry and stuff. So now we have like 77 items listed, so there's plenty of different options. That took quite a while, and then I did lay down for just an hour. I still find that I need to kind of lay down for an hour, even just to get my feet up, but an hour works really well. That way I'm not sleeping so much, and I'm sleeping better at night, and I'm getting more done. So that's what happened there. Brad made tacos last night, and then he went fishing, and I just kind of watched Netflix. And I did some looming. I'm making some baby hats for donation, newborn hats, and even some preemie hats. I found a bunch of scrap yarn. You know how you're going through your yarn and it's like, oh, this is maybe just a little bit left. Well, I like to save those, and I like to make the newborn hats for donation and stuff. So I whipped up a couple of those last night while I was watching Netflix. I have a third one going right now. I'll have to pull it because I have a lot of stuff stacked on it, I see. But I can pull it to show you guys what I'm doing with that one. But anyway, this is the first one that I made. Isn't it cute? It's teeny tiny. Like I said, this is all just scrap yarn. Made a palm on it and stuff. That could be for a boy or a girl. And then this one would be more for a girl, unless the parents just don't care about color stuff. And some don't, and that's cool too. I have a grandson who just loves the color pink, and both my grandsons do, actually. And one grandson said to me one time, he goes, "It's just another color." And it's like, that's right. But anyway, so I made this little newborn hat, and like I said, these will all be going for donation. But they're very, very nice and soft and stuff, and fun to make. And I have a third one going, and it would be most likely for a little boy, a newborn boy, and it'll be this. It's blues and browns, so. Yep, so that's what I've got going on there. Just double strands of, So I've been just sitting and doing that because I can't just really sit and not do anything. And then I complain that my hands hurt, but I never give them a rest. And Brad had fun. There was nobody else out on the pier last night, so that was very
cool.
nice for him, and it cooled down, so that was nice. You know, he was just catching hard heads, but you know, he just was having a good time out
Just
there.
catching fish is
Right.
fun.
Today we have to clean house, and then after that I went to work on my big painting some, and Brad is going to grill chicken outside. You can look up some different sauces. I kind of want kind of a lemon pepper sauce. You know, well, we could just do separate ones, huh?
I'm just kidding.
You know, I like lemon, so, and I love like lemon pepper chicken and stuff, so it's one of my favorite. You know, so that's about all we really got going on today. What do you plan on doing today besides cleaning house?
Cleaning house. Might go fishing again this afternoon.
If it's depending on the weather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was so nice out there last night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because there was a breeze,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and well, people around here would call it a hard wind, but you know, being from Wyoming, that's just a little bit of a breeze. But you know, there's nobody else out there, and the fish were biting, and
Mm-hmm.
the bats were circling, and it was cool.
I don't normally go out because, quite frankly, there's enough people still out, even on the waterfront, to have the campsites and stuff that, you know, and the dogs are going to raise hell if they're left in this RV alone. And at that time at night, at 10 o'clock at night, is not a way to make friends with your neighbors at all. With your dogs just carrying on and stuff, you know. So, I mean, and I'm waiting until it cools off more, too, before I do really any fishing. I've been working so much lately, you know, redoing the store, getting ready for fall and stuff, that, you know, by the time nighttime comes, I'm kind of like, you know, because after I get done using up some of this scrap yarn, making these hats and stuff, I need to make some more ruffle scarves. I've taken inventory on that and am slowly relisting those, you know, as far as knowing how many I have and stuff in stock, and I need to make that octopus for my grandson, and just keep making stuff. I don't know what else. I'll make whatever I feel like, and I guess. One thing I want to talk about is we all have a tendency, or so many of us anyway, to overthink things. And I think when you sit and you overthink on things, that's what creates the anxiety and the worry within you. One thing I learned years ago was this philosophy of that you only give your worry so much time in a day. Because I have been chronic about overthinking and stressing out about stuff, where it's just debilitating, where you really can't even function because you just are so consumed. And it was that you give a certain amount of time every morning for your worries. You think on what is your worry. You decide, even if you have to use a piece of paper and write it down, or do it, you know, to yourself in a message, what you can do about the situation, and then the rest you let go. So you work on what you can. I give myself a half hour. You work on what you can. You finish that, and then you put that away for the rest of the day. I mean, I was not taught any real coping skills ever. And if you're like me and you're an individual that wasn't taught really any coping skills, or ever like really soothed or anything, if you were worried it was just something you had to handle on your own, you know, it's never too late to teach yourself. You know, we get what we get in our formative years, and then whatever we're lacking, and we're all lacking in something, because there's no perfect parents. We have to pick up and learn on our own. And this is just something that helps me. My husband is an overthinker. He's much better than he used to be. But he used to be the type that would keep thinking on things so long, then the opportunity would pass. Or he would just kind of, be kind of frozen in that one
analytical stage.
Yeah, because sometimes he is very intelligent. Sometimes being very intelligent can backfire on yourself because, they say that your biggest worries and fears come from your overthinking and from your head most of the time. And it's like, that's so true. I mean, we're all very driven, anxious, stressed out people that are sleep deprived too. Don't forget that. And, that's not a good combination. So sometimes in life, all you can do in a situation is accept the current situation, keep looking towards the future and working toward that with what you can at that moment, and then just let the rest go. Take case in point, our situation. You guys know, if you've been watching us for a while, that we really want to get into a normal housing situation because living in an RV full time is not easy. Especially like when I work out of it so much and stuff too. That whole back bedroom, over half of it is all basically work stuff. I've got, finished products and bags and cabinets and hanging up and, it's just, but all we can do right now is accept the situation as it is right now. We have looked at all different possibilities, and for right now, if you look at it kind of like you would a chess game, we need to just stay put and not make any move. We've got some stuff in the works, a couple of different scenarios, but we just have to wait. And worrying about it, and I was stressing myself out about it, won't change anything. Except for, I would say give me gray hair, but you guys know I already have gray hair naturally. But that it won't do any good. I mean, it is just a situation. We knew when we moved this was going to be very hard, but we knew that we needed to make a major life change. And that happens with everybody, I think, most of the time when they age, that they have to make major life changes. Life throws you all kinds of stuff. But that's all we can do right now, is just accept it for now. This is where we're at. This is where we're going to be at. I mean, because we're not willing to get rid of animals or anything. That is not even
possibility.
No. So this is what it is. And we just make the best of it, Right?
Right. Exactly.
Do you have anything else to add?
No. Yeah, I mean, this is it. You can, with a situation like we're in, we can analyze and everything, but...
Or you can be angry about what's happened with your life, and stuff that you couldn't control. Or you can accept it and say, you know what? Stuff happens to everybody in life.
And there's enough outside, like in our case, there's enough outside influences that we can't control.
Right. Right, yeah.
So
we've done what we can do.
Yeah. Why dwell on it? Why stress about it?
I mean, for now, I'm working as hard as I possibly can, but I can tell you I work a lot. And he's great about it. He does a lot of the housework. He does most of the cooking and most of the dishes and stuff like that to give me more time to work. And he doesn't complain about how much I do work. And I know that's not always fun and easy. I think that's part of the reason, like last night, he needed to get out of the house and he went fishing and stuff, But it's just what it is. We're doing everything we possibly can do.
Yep.
We've done our research even after getting here and stuff. Believe me, and every so often we still do more research to make sure that, we are, but, some people say, well, you could get help from a church or whatever, I'm sorry, we're not going to join a church just to use them. No, that's not right at all.
Yeah.
You know, and I know people that have done that, have seen it done, where they'll join a church just to use the church to get money and stuff, and no, you know, or get stuff, and no, we won't do that. You know, we're not going to use anybody. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's okay. There's worse situations. You know, I know I have friends that are in much worse situations in their life with some really hard stuff happening and stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, I can either be a raging bitch about it, or else I can accept it and put a smile on my face and just make the best of it. No, seriously.
Yeah. I definitely prefer the latter.
I mean, because there's not anything we can do.
No.
There is no way that he can work right now. And until he gets some help with his back, you know, where they could get him in some, it's not even about the pain anymore either. It's he physically cannot do a lot of things. You know, but it is what it is. And when you marry somebody, you marry them for better, for worse, in sickness and in health. And it doesn't mean that just while the years are good and you both are fully able-bodied. It's for, if you look at that you're going to be with that person for the rest of your life, they're going to have some medical problems, most likely, and so are you. And it's kind of odd, because what you guys don't know is the back history is for years and years and years, I was very sick. I was always at the doctor's. I was always on prednisone. I was always taking heavy doses of antibiotic, you know, for my lungs. For a long period there, I did not smoke for about 5 years and stuff, and that was even when I had all the weight off and stuff. And I mean, then I had staph infections. After staph infection in my breasts and stuff, and surgeries and at home IV antibiotics, and you know, then I turned septic and almost died from that. But I mean, I've had a lot of and I've had some female problems and stuff. But I was always sick, you know, with some kind of infection until gee, how long has it been since I've had any kind of, well, okay, almost 2.5 years ago was the last time I was sick with any kind of an infection, and that's when I started working again. Within a week of me working, I got very sick with bronchitis. Well, actually, it was walking pneumonia, and you know, but that was the last time I had to be really treated for antibiotics. I've had a few little bladder infections here and there, but you know, those have cleared up too. I'm no longer on anything except for albuterol for my asthma, which I very rarely have to take. I don't even have to take nebulizer treatments. I think I've done 2 nebulizer treatments since we moved.
And actually, it was when we first got here.
Yeah, when we first got here and stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I am really very healthy right now. I mean, yes, I have the hip and the knee problem, you know, and I still have asthma, but I can walk better with the breathing than I have in probably years.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's just that.
And I think it's the...
Brad still suffers from his asthma, so.
Like, when we use...
when he vacuums.
Yeah.
And we cannot use Febreze around him. I actually used that vinegar water solution, and yeah, it makes stuff smell like a pickle for about what, 5 minutes, and then the smell completely dissipates.
Yeah.
Including whatever odor. But I cannot use like Febreze or heavy stuff like that. Of course, you know, no pine scent around him. He's very allergic to. You know, there's just certain scents. But he actually, his asthma, I think, is better.
Yeah.
But you know, he still fights it some. So.
Not nearly as much, though. I mean,
well, because I don't know, because you were always at work, so I didn't know how much you know.
Well, you know, and you figure that, I mean, we went from exactly 1 mile high down to now we're 6 feet above sea level.
Yeah. So
and that makes a huge difference.
So never. My point is, don't overthink stuff, but don't ever give up, because I never thought that at 52 years of age, my breathing would be better than it was 20 years ago. You know, I mean, that was the reason why I had to stop being a cosmetologist, is because I could not take the fumes in a beauty salon. You know, especially if they were doing nails and stuff. I developed contact dermatitis, and my lungs were just shot, and that's when I was first diagnosed with asthma and stuff, is because of that. But anyway, kind of got way off. Just don't overthink. Yeah, that's me, right? You just don't overthink your problems. Just keep your head up and don't be so hard on yourself. There's only so much we can do. We think we can fix everything. Sometimes there's just, you cannot fix it. You gotta ride out the storm, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, you just gotta catch that wave and ride it on out, because there's nothing else you can do about it at the present time, you know. And, you know, life is what life is. We don't really get to control a whole lot of it, really.
See where the journey takes you.
Yeah. So, and no, we'll spare you and not break out into song and dance at this point in time. And if all else fails, sit and make cute little baby hats. I love making baby stuff. It's just fun. You know, little nature stuff. So, anyway, hope everybody has a great day. And I hope you're doing something fun. I think you guys are awesome, and we do cherish your friendship. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.